Beautiful mansions and historic homes. That's what comes to mind when Twin Cities residents think of Crocus Hill. Crocus Hill is an extremely walkable, small pocket of St. Paul, and in addition to its lovely homes, many of the streets are lined with restaurants, shops, and small businesses. You can even find cobblestone streets in a few areas if you know where to look. I'm Stephaniejcheckley, your local St. Paul and Twin Cities real estate agent, and I make these videos so that you can get a good feel of what it would be like to live in these neighborhoods. As always, I love to hear from you, so please reach out if you have any questions. But for now, let's go check out this gorgeous neighborhood. There are a few different boundary definitions of Crocus Hill, but for the most part, most people think of it as the area between Summit Avenue on the north, which happens to be the longest stretch of mansions on a single road in the entire United States, and the border on the south being St. Clair Avenue, between Lexington and the Grand Avenue Hill that descends down towards downtown St. Paul. What many people probably don't even realize is that there's a section of this neighborhood at the east end of Goodrich Avenue, about a block long, that actually is called Crocus Hill. And some of the biggest homes and lots are located in this little pocket of Crocus Hill. There are actual cobblestone streets in Crocus Hill, and it's on Osceola Street and some of the winding streets around the square of Kenwood Parkway, where you'll find some of the cobblestone streets that still exist in St. Paul. There's rumors that there are other cobblestone streets that are actually buried under the asphalt of many of the city streets, but on Osceola Street is where you'll actually find them exposed. It makes for some bumpy driving, but it's beautiful and very charming. Many of the homes in Crocus Hill were built in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And that's because in the 1880s and 1890s, the Crocus Hill neighborhood, along with the Grand Hill neighborhood of St. Paul, became fashionable locations for the wealthy families of St. Paul at that time. Now, some of these homes have been turned into apartments or multifamily living, as you can see on the video. And some of these homes were built a little bit later, maybe, 1940s, but a lot of the homes are older homes in this area unless they've done a knockdown rebuild. And the style of the older homes to start with are often two-story, they're Victorian, sometimes they have brick exterior and lovely front porches for sitting. On the inside, we'll find beautiful original woodwork, oftentimes fireplaces, sometimes original wood burning fireplaces, sometimes they've converted them to gas. We will find built in hutches, oftentimes stained glass windows, and other lovely original features of older homes of this style in St. Paul at this time. The typical floor plan for some of these older homes, for single family homes, generally is going to be dining and living room on the first floor. You'll enter into an entryway, and there may or may not be a coat closet there. Hopefully, there is. Sometimes there's an entry vestibule, which is separate, and then you'll enter into the living room, which will then flow into the dining room a lot of the time. The kitchen is often off to the back or over to the side, and there's sometimes a mudroom on the main level, which is then used to store winter boots and coats and hats when you're entering the house. And the garage is often in the back. So the garage is off the alleyway, and sometimes it's just a one-car garage. Hopefully, it's a two-car garage. And then there's a service door, which will then allow the homeowner to walk through their yard and into their house, hopefully into a mudroom. The bedrooms are typically on the upper levels. So on the upper floor, there may be three bedrooms, sometimes four bedrooms, and hopefully there is going to be at least one bathroom up there. If there's just one bathroom, then it means that all the bedrooms are going to share a room. But in the more grand homes, the owner's suite will have its own separate bedroom as well. And a lot of these homes have an unfinished attic space, but some of the homes have had that attic space converted to owner's suite or
a playroom or an office or a separate living space. A lot of the homes as well have unfinished basements, but some of the nicer homes have had their basements finished off, and those are used as comfortable family rooms and additional living space, as well as extra storage. People love living in Crocus Hill because of its walking proximity and close proximity to a number of different amenities. So, first of all, it's really close to Grand Avenue and Summit Avenue, which are both wonderful for walking around year round. Grand Avenue has a plethora of wonderful restaurants, coffee shops, retail stores, gyms, yoga studios. It is home to Grand Ole Creamery, which is arguably one of the best ice cream shops ever in the whole world. And it has Punch Pizza, it has Coconut Thai on Grand, multiple Caribou Coffees, Red Rabbit, a wonderful Indian restaurant, and toy shops, Cafe Latte, um, Pottery Barn is there, Cooks of Crocus Hill, where you can go and get cooking lessons, Salute Bar. If you're thinking about moving to the Twin Cities or you have questions, please reach out and I would be excited to speak with you. Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow.